Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who thought they knew someone. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. A guy I was kinda irregularly working with for 2 to 3 years as a student, we'd meet once a week in a cafe to talk through some project related issues, was one day wanted by Interpol. Turned out he invited a random language teacher to his flat and decapitated her. He might have been an asshole, but there's a difference between an asshole and a murderer. What the hell? I feel like murdering someone is one thing, obviously, but it's even crazier to decapitate someone. I mean, not saying one is better than the other, but like, what the hell? That is so scary, man. Like, you don't know what your coworkers are like at home. You just don't know what they're thinking. Actually, that goes for anyone. You could think your best friend is the best person ever, but what if they pull something like this? Jeez. Dude I went to high school with and hung out with in our little clique. He was arrested driving down to meet an underage girl with tape and knives in his trunk. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, you think your friends are like cool and everything, and this is the kind of shit they do. You just never know. Hey, you never know. I dated a guy for a year. We'd been good friends some years prior, who was very smart and studied rocket science. I studied material engineering. We wrote a 100 paper together on new rocket models for a research contest and did approximately 50-50 of the work together. He lived in a big city and I lived further away, so I asked him to go hand in the printed copy to the university that organized the contest. Some weeks later, he told me he'd been to the uni to ask about our paper's status, and he told me we hadn't been selected for the contest. So I trusted him and we went out on a compensation dinner. A few weeks later, I saw that little bitch on the university's Instagram doing a speech on our work. He presented our work with only his name and erased my credits. We'd actually been selected and he got a diploma and a prize for our work, and I was only mentioned in the agreements page alongside his family for providing emotional support. He broke up with me and kinda ghosted me a few days before the speech. That's freaking crazy. I would go crazy. Bro, if this happened to me, I would ruin his life. You think you're getting away with that? No. Good friend of mine, known each other since we were very young, etc. On the phone one day and he sends me a screenshot of a post he thought was funny. I joke about how now I'm going to stalk his account, use the visible in a comment, and he gets freaked out and hangs up. Thought it was strange, so checked out his account. He was active in some very disturbing subs talking about how he successfully seduced a 10-year-old girl and if there was anything actually legally wrong with doing things with her since he was also underage. Me and best mate at the time reported him, but nothing came out of it since they couldn't prove he had nefarious intent. Huh? What do you mean? Isn't it there? Didn't he just admit to seduced a 10-year-old? And he's literally asking, like, what would happen to me if I did this? I was with my partner for 15 years. We were high school sweethearts. One day out of nowhere, he started this fight with me. A fight big enough to make him suggest to stay at a friend's house for a night to cool off. The fight was over me buying a male coworker gummy bears. The night turned into a week. He blocked my phone and I was unable to reach him. He came back in the middle of the night to grab things and told me he wanted to break up. I was so confused, I felt blindsided. I ended up finding out he was in a 10-year relationship with a girl he met on a roleplay Discord server. He was living a double life. When I would go to sleep at night, he would be on the phone with her. He flew out to get engaged to her the week he blocked me. The kicker is she was married when they got engaged. This was a year ago. She's still married and my ex is still in a relationship with her. Wow. I would ruin their lives. You know, I'd tell the husband, I'd tell everybody, you know, I'd make it a freaking big deal. You ain't getting away with that. Hell no. Wasted 15 years of my life when I could have found someone better than you. But now 15 years have gone by. Oh, hell no, dude. A girl I worked with a few years ago ended up being on one of those creepy catfishes. She initiated and continued an online relationship with one of her best friends. Even made up other accounts for all the other made up friends and family. She was such a lovely girl too. Really witty and fun to work with. Oh. Wait. She catfished her own best friend? Is it because her own best friend doesn't like her, so she pretended to be someone else? That's a bit crazy. I mean, girl, if someone doesn't like you, find someone who does. One of my very closest friends, we did everything together. I refer to this girl as my sister. She had some severe mental health problems, and some people had warned me to keep my distance, but I loved her and thought she'd never want to hurt me. Then one day when she was drunk, she told me that if she ever offed herself, she'd arrange it so I was the one to find her body. She trusted that I'd know what to do. She expected me to be flattered. A couple of years later, she tried to do exactly that, then was furious with me when I called 911. Yeah. That's the worst thing you could do, man. Really? She thought this was a good thing? That's so messed up. You want someone close to you to see you like that? That's messed up. Like, why do you want to traumatize someone that loves you? Come on now. When my wife cheated on me, sounds really stereotypical, but she was the last person on earth I would have thought would do something like that. That's sad. Of course, you never think the person that you love and the person that loves you would cheat on you. Several years ago, I was flipping around on the television and came across something about the band Disturbed. Just like that, out of nowhere, my husband started basically giving me a biography of every member of the band, as though it was all common knowledge. We had been together about 10 years at this point, and I had no idea he even liked Disturbed, much less knew so much about them. He literally never talked about it before. Surprised the heck out of me. Wow! At least this was like a wholesome one. But how does someone not talk about a band that they love so much to their partner? That's crazy. Maybe because they thought the partner would find them weird for liking that band or something. I don't know. Right? It's just like if I liked this K-pop group and then I never knew my partner liked them, and all of a sudden he's gushing about them when I talk about them to him, I'd be like, what? We're gonna be fangirling and fanboying together, but you didn't tell me anything. When my parents divorced, my dad introduced his girlfriend to my sister and me a day later. It obviously meant he was cheating on my mum. I never forgave him for it. Yep, I would never forgive him either. One day after, like, come on. Let your kids freaking process everything before you're gonna introduce someone else into their lives, stupid. I had a friend in high school who was so nice to me and everyone I knew. He was a transfer from another school. Everyone liked him. We all would hang out with him in and outside of school, go to parties with him, etc. We came into school one day and he wasn't there. Then he didn't show up for a few days. No one knew what happened to him. Then we all learned on the news that he had murdered someone during a gang initiation via a drive-by. He shot and killed a random man who was coming out of a Walmart with bags full of baby supplies. It took a couple of days, but him and the driver were both caught. He has life in prison if I remember correctly. One of our teachers who he has a TA for visited him for years after. She would bring him books to read. She may still be in contact with him, I'm not sure. What the hell? That's freaking crazy. He ruined his life just like that. Oh, it makes me so sad for the family of the man who was killed. You know, probably just started like a new life too, right? Because he has a kid. Freaking hell, people like that. My mum, I thought she loved me. I thought she had basic empathy for people. Recently, she caused something extremely traumatic to happen to me and my sister to gain back some of the control she lost when my sister decided to date someone out of our culture. And she has no remorse at all. All that matters to her is gaining control. Everyone told me that my mum controls us because she loves and worries for us, but it's clear now she is deeply mentally ill and does not feel empathy for people. Understanding this, I look back at the past 19 years of interactions I've had with her. There are many moments she had pretended to be vulnerable, understanding and loving as one of the many tactics she used to gain what she wants, and I bought it. She would allow me to trust her and confide in her and later weaponize that information. I don't know why it took me so long to realize. I don't know this person. She's a brilliant actress who stops at nothing to get what she wants. I don't love her anymore, and I wouldn't feel a thing if I was to attend her funeral tomorrow. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Parents who control your lives, that's so freaking toxic, man. Especially parents who control who you can and can't date. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is that? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!